Coworkers are not your fucking friends, man. Woman, man, boy, girl. Look, but for real though, coworkers, they're just there for one reason. You there for one reason. You not a friend. They not your friend. Who gives a fuck? Like, bruh. Like, this is for the people that get so emotionally distraught because they, for one, made the first mistake of getting emotionally invested into people they really have no connection to. The only connection y'all really have is the job, the workplace. Outside of that, it's just little cordial conversations, little fake greetings. Y'all know the little fake greetings you do with your coworkers. Hey, good morning, how you doing? Oh, how was your weekend? Oh, okay. Or how your kids doing? Blah blah blah. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying, they don't. No one really cares about what you got going on in your personal life, and that's another thing. You know, you open up about your personal life, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with having some conversation here and there. You know, you could probably talk about a tad bit personal things, and some people will go against that. You know, but for the most part, you know, you make the mistake of opening up too much. Maybe you don't really have a lot of people to talk to in your personal life, so when you get to work, you get around individuals and characters, you know, you kind of feel like you can open up to. And you probably learned before that it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not in your best interest, you know? But because you open up too much, you tell them too much of your personal information, now they got stuff they can hold against you. They got stuff, you know, to put in some files for later down the road. If they got to use it against you, whether it's for their own come up, to get rid of you, stuff to gossip with other coworkers about, you know, about you, then you're just giving them a free pass to do so. When you give them too much personal information about your life, you know, you're telling them you're going through a divorce, you're telling them stuff about your kids, you're telling them just too much stuff. And then some of y'all telling them like too much stuff about your financial situation. Like, for the most part, they're probably not balling themselves, and maybe they are, you know, who knows. But people like to hear other people's downfalls. People like to hear other people's negative situations they're going through. So it's just entertainment for them. Like, what good is it doing you to tell them your struggles, your tribulations and trials, man? Your trials and tribulations. Like, it's just entertainment for them. They're just soaking it all in and taking it all in. And like I said, they're storing it in the files for stuff they can use against you later. Or they can just gossip about you to other people. So, you know, don't be telling them, especially about your financial stuff. And I get it, like, I understand. I'm kind of like an introvert myself. I'm like 50% extroverted, 50% introverted. And sometimes you get caught up with wanting to open up to somebody. Somebody seems like they're open for conversation, and you go too far with it. You take an inch and you go a mile with it. They seem kind of nice. They seem welcoming. And with me personally, I'm a very warm and welcoming person. Like, I don't try to be, people just kind of gravitate to me. You know, I'm more of a one-on-one conversation type of person. I don't like group talk. You know, I kind of get swept in the background when it comes to group talk. But one-on-one, people think I'm very cool. They open up to me all about all kind of stuff. And you'll make the mistake and try to like reciprocate it back. You'll try to open up about your personal life and talk about where you live and this and that. You know, I don't do all that. I've made the mistake before, and I've come on to a job and I'll be extroverted right through the gate. First day, you know, I'm, you know, energetic, blah blah blah, and that's just a side of me. You know what I'm saying? I like to be funny sometimes. I like to be, you know, charismatic or whatever. But I found with a person like me, you got to know what kind of person you are. Like with me, I can't keep up that same energy every day. I can't come into work and around people every day and be this happy-go-lucky, friendly Bob-ass motherfucker. Like, I just can't do it, bro. I can't do it. It's mentally draining. It's emotionally exhausting. I just me personally, I can't keep up with it. So first impression is everything. If you come in through the gate, like you're just this extroverted, charismatic, friends with everybody type of person, they expect that same energy out of you every day, man. And it just, I can't do that, man. That's why I'd rather just come in nonchalant, which I'm just naturally nonchalant, quiet, laid back, chill, man. You know, if somebody come up to me and talk, I ain't gonna be weird and just be mute. I'm gonna talk back or whatever, but I'm just gonna keep it limited. I'm gonna do the bare minimum socially, for real. Because at the end of the day, I understand this is a workplace. For the most part, they don't have my best interests. You know, they don't care about what I got going on. They don't give a fuck. And anything I tell them is just pure entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So I keep that in mind, and that motivates me to just keep things to a bare minimum socially. So yeah, man. So just be careful what you open up to with your coworkers or whatever. Don't share your social media unless y'all get real cool. And you know, it's always exceptions, but I would say the rule, the foundation, man, you know, is don't share your social media. Don't share too much personal stuff with your coworkers, okay? Because even with the social media, your social media for the most part is probably very personal. And it's whatever. Maybe, you know, you're not really stressing it like that. You like, man, you don't give a fuck, but you may get too comfortable and post some shit on social media one day, and it may come back to bite you in the ass because somebody in your camp, in your social circle that you thought was your friend, really just your coworker that don't give a fuck about you, might use what you put on social media against you. In what kind of way, I don't know, but it's possible. It happens all the time. So like I said in my other little video about coworkers, I've had situations to where people want you to like conspire with them against other people, and you know, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times, you know, these women on the jobs, you know, they want to use you to go at somebody else with them, and you know, they get very emotionally invested, and they want you to join forces with them. I'm not doing all that, man. I'm a whole ass man, bro. I'm a dude. I ain't got time for all that drama shit, for real. You know. I can't remember if I talked about it in my other video, but one time I stopped 2 women from getting into it at an old job I was at. And one woman was older, one woman was younger, you know. And I stopped a situation, a physical conflict from potentially taking place, which I felt it would have escalated to that because I saw where it was going. And I kind of knew these 2 people didn't like each other, and I kind of like was watching, you know what I'm saying? I just had to kind of watch and instigate a little bit, because you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I prevented something from happening. That older lady did not like the younger lady, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the older lady had some size on her. She would have mopped the floor with the younger lady. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I was there. It was only me and them in the area. It's a warehouse setting. And you know, I diffused the situation or whatever. And they called me to the office because it was told to the people in the office that I was in the area or whatever. Somehow the people in the office got a hold of the situation, so I had to go in the office and make a statement like this is the fucking streets. And I'm just like, I didn't say anything to get anybody in trouble. I just told the person, the supervisor or the whatever in the office, like, hey, you know, they asked me, did the older lady say anything threatening to the younger person, the younger woman? Because I was there. I know what the older lady said. I heard everything. She said that, I'm gonna tell y'all what she said, but I didn't tell the supervisor this in the office, because it would have got the older lady fired. I looked out for the older lady. But the older lady told the younger women that we can take this outside. You know, you don't know who you fucking with, blah, blah, blah. That's what I remember. She said some more shit, but that's what I remember. When they asked me that in the office or whatever, they said, did she say that she was gonna do this? Did she threaten the other lady? I said, oh no, I don't remember. You know, I said, oh, I didn't catch all that. I just saw, you know, a little tension or whatever, and I just tried to make peace of the situation. I kept it to a bare minimum with my statement, like this the fucking streets. But I didn't snitch on nobody. I just said enough to where nobody get fired, nobody get in trouble. But the older lady got information, I guess, that I went to the office, or she knew I went to the office in the first place, which I was called to the office. I didn't go to the office. I got called to the office because I was a witness. You know, I had to take the stand, I guess. But just the fact that I went to the office and made a statement, this older lady, old enough to be my mom, got like some kind of beef with me. and she didn't talk to me for a long ass time, which I didn't care. But she didn't talk to me for months, and probably really never really got cool with me again. I mean, she kind of like was whatever about it, you know, when the time to come. But we ain't never really like speak like that for real. But I could tell she had some kind of like feelings about me behind that situation, and I didn't do nothing. All I did was just, I was called to the office. I said enough, but I didn't say anything to get nobody fired. I didn't say anything to get nobody in trouble. Everybody kept their job or whatever. So, you know, but that's just a little example situation of like stuff that could go down at the job. It's best to just kind of stay out of people's business. I probably should have just let them women fight, man. Hey, fuck it. Hey, y'all want to, hey, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I did the right thing. But, you know, I probably should have just mind my own business or whatever. So, you know, just mind your own business, man. Don't share too much personal information. Don't share your don't share your social media. I'm trying to think of other key elements on this topic. Hold up. All right, so I got another one that I personally have been through. Now this got to deal with the car riding situation. I got my own vehicle, as you can see. I'm driving my own car. You know, nothing fancy, but you know, I'm proud. It's something that I got in my name. You know what I'm saying? I'm still growing and maturing in life. I'm still a young man, doing my thing. You will have people at the job, and there's no judgment because I've been that person before. They don't got a car. They don't have a means of transportation. So they will see you, and they will try to leech off of you because you the one with the vehicle. And you know they got a slick way of doing it and going about it. They will try to befriend you. They will try to open up a conversation with you, and then at the end, boom, they'll try to ask you for a ride. Cause they've been plotting. Best believe they've been plotting and scheming for a while. They just don't know how to ask you or whatever. Or I'm gonna befriend him. I'm gonna see how cool. And then what people will do is they'll take your kindness for weakness. Like me, I'm kind of laid back. You know, I'm open for conversation if somebody cool or whatever. You know. So I come off as like a very nice person sometimes or whatever, which I don't think I'm that nice, but I could be nice. You know, I'm naturally just a good spirited person, and people kind of pick up on that. So they think they could use you and take advantage of, you know, and I've been through this all my life pretty much, so I already know what come with it. But the past couple years, man, I don't tolerate that shit, man. Like, you want to ride? Like if I gotta lie, I ain't gonna lie. I will lie and say I stay on the other side of town. I'm gonna try to see what you say you need a ride to, and I'll say, nah, man, that's kind of like too far out the way, man. I can't do it. I say whatever. Or I just tell them straight up, nah, I can't do it. I told somebody that one of my old jobs, you know, the dude with dreads or whatever, he was my coworker, and we was like acquaintances or whatever. We weren't friends. Like I said, coworkers are not your friends. But he was alright. You know, he was a good person, man. But I seen what the situation could lead to if I gave in and gave this nigga a ride, bruh. Cause once you do it one time, you already know what I'm about to say. They're gonna expect it every motherfucking time. They're gonna expect it every day, man. Like, straight up. Cause I've been in that situation before where I gave somebody a ride, and I offered to give him a ride, cause I seen him standing outside the job, and I felt, you know, we was cool over there. We talked during work. This was a few years back, and boom. Cause usually his girlfriend would come pick him up, but this particular night, I guess she was taking too long. So I said, hey, you need a ride or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I gave him a ride to his house. And boom, now he was expecting that shit every day, bro. Like, every day. He was looking for me. Little old coworker me to give him a ride. And it just like, bro, he just kind of took advantage of that situation. So after that, I told myself, never again. I'll never go through that again. So be careful, like, with the car situation too. If you got your own car or whatever, you know, be careful with that. If you want to be nice and generous and give somebody a ride, hey, that's on you. Maybe you more of, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? You want to give back to the community or whatever, you know, you want to be a lending helping hand or whatever, hey. You want to do good deeds, help yourself out. But me personally, man, people will take an inch and run a mile with it. They, you know, they're going to take advantage of the situation and start using you, man. And a lot of times, sometimes they don't want to pay you gas money. They just feel obligated. And that's another thing. They're going to feel obligated. It's one thing when they using you. And it's a whole other thing, insult to injury, when they feel obligated. Like, you need to give them a ride. Not only am I using you for a ride, you know, you need to give me a ride. Like, what the fuck? Bruh. So we ain't doing that. So yeah, that's another thing, you know, dealing with coworkers and shit that me personally, I try to avoid. The whole car ride situation, I don't do that, man. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then people be so fake. People just be so fake at the job, smiling your face, and they telling you behind your back. You know what I'm saying? I would just kind of say, you know, in my situation, you know, women do this a lot, but niggas ain't no better, man. Men ain't no better. They ain't no better. They all the same for real, man. You know. And a lot of times, dudes act more like females than the females. Sometimes women at the job be chill, man. It be dudes that be on that childish ass, immature, gossiping ass, drama ass shit, toxic ass shit. But yeah, niggas, man, y'all motherfuckers, they'll talk behind your back, but they'll smile in your face and this and that. I mean, I've had people talk behind other people back to me. I'll see her or him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just, in my situation, it was a woman. I'll see her being all friendly with this other girl at the job, and then she'll come to me and talk shit about her to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get involved in all that, bro. Like, you know. And then, like I said earlier, they want you to conspire with them against somebody else. This woman wanted me to go to the office with her and some other woman to tell on some other chick that they was hating on. They felt it was justified to do this. You know, like, man, I'm gonna keep it real. You ain't giving me no pussy or whatever. What's the point of me doing all this? And even if she was, that's still female ass shit. But y'all get the point. Like, you know, you got a whole husband at home. You at work acting like a little child. You over 10 years older than me. Like, come on, man. It's just immature, man. I'm not doing all this. I'm not doing all that, man. And then she gonna get, you know, feel some kind of way about me because I don't want to conspire with her and try to, like, go against somebody else. Like, nah, man, I'm not doing all that. Like I say, it's just childish ass shit. And then she said something like, I'm your friend. And, you know, it was another situation. They was mad because I was cool with this other guy. You know what I'm saying? They had a problem with, but I had nothing to do with their situation. But they mad at me because I'm, you know, being unloyal to them. Like, why are you taking it this deep, and why are you making it this serious? Why, like, what are you talking about unloyal? We're not gang members running. We're not no clique. You're not my best friend for life. We at work. Like, what are you talking about unloyal? Oh, you're friends with him, and you know I have an issue with him. He's not your friend. I'm your friend. You don't do real friends like that. That's what the woman told me, man. I'm talking about, I look like she was about to cry, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm still kind of young for real. I'm still kind of young. So I had to really go through these things to see, like, wow, I didn't know adults act like this. You know what I'm saying? Until, like, I got in these situations, like, damn. People really don't ever really grow up for real. You get older, but you still got a childish mentality. It's like people be bored and they bring shit to work to just give them entertainment. They just need drama to feed off of. They be so bored. Maybe they're so miserable in their personal life, and they want other people to be miserable with them. They just want to drag other people down into some low vibrational shit along with them. They bring their personal issues and stuff outside of work into work just to stir up some shit. And just, I don't know, man. It is just weird. I just feel like it's best to keep to yourself. I don't even like talking to people for real. I mean, you can hear I got charisma and shit, but in real life, I like to keep to myself, man. Like I said, I've learned too much what come with trying to be like friendly Bobby with motherfuckers. Like, I don't want to be that friendly ass nigga to everybody. I'm nah, man. Cause people take your kindness for weakness, and they try to run over on you, and nah, man. I'm not delusional. I know what's going on. I don't got time for that, man. I don't. So I'm just giving like a rundown on things from my perspective and from my angle, you know, to try to help somebody else out. Maybe you're able to relate to a lot of shit that I'm talking about. But co-workers are not your friends, man. And I'm not gonna lie, you might meet a couple co-workers you're real cool with. I mean, y'all, you know what I'm saying? You cool with. But like I said, at the end of the day, y'all only connected through their job, man, through the workplace. And it's another thing too. A lot of times, you ever had a situation where you call somebody on the job, but once you leave that job, let's say you had got their phone number or contact information, once you leave that job, y'all don't even contact each other. They don't reach out to you. They don't say, hey man, what happened, man? You know, I haven't seen you. Let's say you got laid off or fired or you quit and found something else. They don't even check on you or nothing. It's like you're not even on their mind. You know, they ain't thinking about you. They don't give a fuck. And maybe you don't, I don't give a fuck either, but it's like you're aware, like, damn. You're aware that they're not even like thinking to hit you up to see what's going on with a brother. Like, so that just lets you know, like, nobody gives a fuck, man. Nobody care. So why are you so heavily invested with these people at the job, man? And then, all right, let me touch on this. Like with supervisors and bosses, me personally, I don't like to get too buddy with bosses and supervisors. I just don't feel comfortable with it, man. I just see them as to be honest, I see them as an authoritative figure, and I just feel like, what's the point of me opening up to them personally? And it's just too much, man. If anything, if I do talk to some people or whatever, I'll be cool with a manager if he cool or whatever, but all that joking shit, because sometimes they like to joke around too much and stuff, and sometimes inappropriately, man. I'm just not with all that. If I'm gonna joke around, I'm gonna keep it amongst the coworkers or whatever, the common people like myself. But with the bosses and the upper heads and upper management, I'm not doing all that, man. It is like you're just giving people ammunition to use against you later on. And people have been screwed over with that. They think they could be buddy with their boss or whatever. Even like the trainer or whatever. And you just giving them stuff they could use against you down the road, man. They just might get tired of looking at your ass one day. They might get tired of looking at your face and just think back to something you told them or joked about or whatever, and use that to go ahead and get rid of your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? So I already know. Motherfucker might get tired of looking at my black ass one day. I'm a cool dude, but you just never know, man. People are just wishy-washy. Just, somebody might be on a period, or a nigga might just be in his emotions, and you just never know. So you gotta be careful who you get buddy with for real, man. But yeah, I just, what I'm saying, it's so many topics when it comes to this subject, so many subtopics when it comes to dealing with coworkers. But for the most part, man, just remember the main basis of this video is that coworkers are not your friends, and they don't have your best interest for real. They all got their own families, their own situations, their own problems outside of work they gotta deal with. Just like you got your own stuff, your own baggage you gotta deal with. You think people really give a fuck what you got going on, bro? No woman, no man, they don't care. They don't give a fuck, man. And some people just gotta learn the hard way. Some of you have learned the hard way. So I just thought I'd do this video, man, because I know somebody gonna find it entertaining. Somebody gonna fuck with it, man. Somebody relate. So be careful, man, who you befriend and all this and that. Don't even befriend nobody for real, man. Unless y'all really, really hang with each other outside of work and all that. If you don't hang with somebody outside of work and spend like a lot of quality time, and you're not around their family and stuff, if they haven't helped you, if y'all haven't supported each other outside of work, you don't really have the right and privilege to say they're your friend for real. Y'all just associates. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, people they'll act like they cool with you or whatever, smile in your face, and they'll be telling on you behind your back, gossiping about you, talking shit about you. You tell them some personal shit. Trust me, somebody else gonna know. And then, like they say, if somebody talks shit to you about somebody else, what do you think they're gonna do about you to somebody else? Yeah, man, it's only a matter of time, man. And so they talk shit about your ass behind your back to another motherfucker, man. So you can't trust nobody, man. Don't be friends. Don't be delusional, man. You could be cool, man. You could be sociable. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't want to be fucking weird and not talking to nobody. I mean, and who gives a fuck? If you don't want to talk to nobody, you ain't obligated to talk to nobody. You don't owe nobody shit. Some days I don't feel like talking to nobody. I be bipolar as hell. That's why I just choose to overall be nonchalant. I'd be cool with somebody one day or whatever. The next day, I'll say, hey, but after that, man, after the greeting, after saying, hey, good morning, whatever, I don't feel like talking, man. Some people just be too socially motivated in the morning, like depending on what kind of shift you work. Like, bro, I don't feel like being on that. Just sometimes I just want to chill, man. Just all that. It's too early to be choking. Too early to be choking. Too early to be singing some goddamn ride wave shit, man. Like, just calm the fuck down, man. Get out my face. Like, I really be on that shit. So, man, you know, I just thought I'd do this video, man. Talk about coworkers, and it's kind of like a part 2. I did another video already. You know, I hope it hit the algorithm right, because I know these videos, people like this shit. But this is common everyday social, you know, issues or whatever. Dealing with coworkers. Half the time, most of the time, majority of the time, we at work. You at work for the most part of your life as an adult, unless you got a self-made entrepreneur business or whatever. Outside of that, you're gonna be working for somebody. You know. But yeah, man. You know, we all got bills to pay. All these, you know, car notes or whatever, car payments. Or maybe you share rent with somebody or whatever, you know, but you gotta find a means to make, you know, the money to pay it off or whatever. So be careful, you know, on these jobs, man. Be careful who you associating yourself with. Don't be delusional, man. You can be cool with people, but don't think everybody has your best interest, man. Don't think everybody just care about you. No, man. They will sell you out in a heartbeat. They don't care, man. Your only common denominator is y'all at the workplace. Y'all got a job. Once that's out the equation, boom, who gives a fuck? No one cares. They don't care about your ass, and you don't care about them either. Just be real. I don't care about, you know, you my coworker. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about you. I really don't, unless we really know each other personally outside of work. Outside of that, I really don't care about you, bro. And I know you don't care about me for real. So it is what it is, man. And I'm out.